what we have here today at the moment is basically an international Jamboree. It takes place in Northern Ireland every 4 years. It's a week long, 7 days. We arrived on site last Saturday. We had our opening ceremony on that last Saturday. So a Jamboree is a big thing in a scouting life of a young person.
Well, a Jamboree is like a week camp.
Yeah, it's a group of people from all around the world, or like different places that come together and do activities like we've done canoeing, kayaking, climbing, abseiling.
Well, it's been really fun because we've done out inflatables and activities like crate stacking and making like bracelets and stuff, and it's just been, the whole atmosphere of it's been really good.
Well, we've been doing like loads of fun activities. Like yesterday we were doing water sports, so we were at Aurora and we were doing like the water whibbit thing, and we were doing canoeing, and we've also been to Clandeboy and we were doing backwood cooking and making like wooden pegs and stuff.
Scouting in Northern Ireland, this is our international centre here. Scouts from all over the world here would visit us. Again, we have all our activities and stuff on site here, and we promote scouting basically throughout Northern Ireland in all the different counties and within different groups and districts. So if someone wants to join, then they go to their local group, and then they can come here basically any weekend and camp.
Well, I've been a scout since I was 10 years old, and then once I turned 18 I then became a leader for my own scout group, and then this opportunity came up 2 years ago to do Camp Chief, and I thought it sounded like a lot of fun and it would be really, really great for scouts. I invest my free time in scouts because I absolutely loved it as when I was growing up. It really shaped me, it really kept me focused and driven, and just the people and experiences I got to do were just things that my friends who weren't scouts didn't get to experience. The camps, the activities, just all sorts, the travel. It's really, really important.
Well, even this weekend, I mean, one of the life skills this weekend basically is living in this relatively small area with nearly 1,000 other campers, and just even learning to get on with each other, all the different religions, the different traditions, people from different countries, and learning about different countries. Most nights you'll see them talking to each other, maybe going into each other's tents and having dinner, having tea and stuff, sitting, having hot chocolate tonight, and just basically learning about each other's cultures. The other skills basically is learning to look after each other, learning to cook, learning hygiene, personal hygiene and kitchen hygiene, and then on the activities themselves we learn them skills like archery, caving, rock climbing, abseiling, backwoods cooking and stuff where they can actually self-survival.
Today we looked after the Backwoods Central area, and we had a couple of different things going on, and we were baking scones with the children and we were teaching them how to cook on an open fire. For the health and safety point of view, we try to encourage the children to make sure their food is cooked properly so they're not getting food poison. We encourage good hand washing and to be very safe around fires and to watch what they're doing.
When you like make the food, you feel like proud of yourself because you've made. It's not like your mum's made it on like an oven or something. You feel like you're proud of it because you've made it yourself. You've got the food, you've put it on the oven, you've got all the ingredients together. Yeah, it's really good. On the fire as well, it's like tastes better, I think.
Yeah, a lot of them do seem to like want to do the stuff, but there's some of them who are less into the baking side of it, so they go and do the other things. But yeah, no, they seem to like it.
The big thing about it is we have had a lot of city kids down and they have never ever been in a woods at 10 and 11. So it's a really new experience, and we had a lot of rain as well. So it was really, really strange for them to be in an area so unfamiliar, and it was hard for them to get used to it. By the end of the day, they really got so much out of it.
10 years ago, an Irish Scout group from Donegal wanted to do an exchange, and there was a family connection with someone in Toronto. So she got in touch with her cousin, who got in touch, see I'm talking with my hands, who got in touch with the sponsor of our group, who sort of married each other up, and so we did an exchange 10 years ago, and then she decided she wanted to do another 10-year anniversary of it, so they came to Canada last year, and then this is our return this year. So it just coincided with the NIjam, and thought it was going to be a great thing to do.
So when we look at the people here on site, we have lots of different countries represented. We have Canadians, people from Iceland, we have people from the Southern Republic, and a lot of these people have never been to Northern Ireland, and they're able to experience it from a really practical point of view. So they're able to come, enjoy the weather, enjoy the sunshine, the rain, enjoy all the activities we have to show. They're able to, a lot of people didn't know that we had so much stuff to offer in terms of going out and doing different skills. We're able to bring them to the Giant's Causeway, into Belfast, down to the Mournes, and show them the economy and the nature and the wildlife, and also the people of Northern Ireland.
My favorite experience is just being in this country overall, because I've never actually been on a plane before, so this is my first time.
It's unbelievable the value that scouting camps have. You get to meet a range of different people from all over the place. I mean, I still have friends from previous camps that I was at when I was 10 years old. It's honestly just phenomenal for networking for young kids and just getting them out of their comfort zone from the town or small area that they're from.
It's a really big place where we're staying at, the camping place. And there's a rock climbing wall, so we did that. There's a lot of activities. We got to go in like the sewers for an activity too.
It's important, it gives them self-confidence to know their own skills. If they do get into a difficult situation somewhere that they're not expecting, first aid situation, maybe come across an accident, something like that, they know they can fall back on skills like that. We do technology as well. We do table quizzes on phones, and we do geocaching with digital phones and stuff as well. So there is a technical end to it as well, and we try to have a mixture of both.
It's so important that they're getting back to the outdoors, because so many kids are spending so much time on their phones, social media, Xbox, and they're kind of losing that social aspect and just the fun of being young and having no responsibilities. So it's just so important just to get them away from screens and back out into nature and just their environment and learning how to survive if anything should happen.
Well, they're trying to take us away from sort of social media and the internet and things, and like enjoy nature. Yeah. And be more sociable with people, because like sometimes when you're sitting in your house with your phone, you're very like antisocial, don't talk to anyone, so it's like talking to everybody else.
We learn how to chop with axes.
Yeah.
And there's like, as you can see, they're doing
some carving and
carving.
We also learn how to do backwards cooking, which is like cooking on a fire where we don't need like ovens and stuff. And we did it was a fire stick where you put all your ingredients for, like cotton wool and a straw, and then if you need it you can break it open and you use it wherever.
This activity was abseiling. And I've never actually got to the top of a rock climbing wall before. So this was my first time abseiling down one. At the top I really found it scary, especially as the person who was helping me kept undoing a knot. I thought I was going to fall, and he always asked me to straighten out my legs, but I was too scared to let go of this rope I was holding onto. My experience last year, I went to Blair Athol, the satellite camp, and I got to work with other people from different places. I think this will help me when I'm older, because I will know how to do teamwork and I'll have to overcome fears, just like I did on the rock climbing wall.
It's important that the kids have their say, because there's no point us just throwing out things that they don't want to do and then them losing interest and then not wanting to carry it on. So if they decide and plan their activity, they're more focused and they're more enthusiastic about it, and it will encourage them to then keep on going up in the scouting roles.
It's because we're the ones who are doing it, not the leaders. And this is a youth organisation. So the children should have a say in what they're doing because they're doing it and it's all about the children. Because the leaders want them to grow up and be happy and confident young individuals.
I think for the adults, we get something out of it too. You know, we get meeting other adults, but we get to see the kids develop and change and grow and be goofy, and we get to be goofy with them sometimes, and you know, just having fun hanging out with them and seeing them.
The skills that's being passed on to them is the way we pass them on. They're picking them up really, really quickly. So their confidence is just amazing, and once they get that skill, they're so delighted. You see the smaller ones jumping up and down and stuff when they get their first spark or get their first flame, and it's just really lovely to see. And I think that's why so many people volunteer for scouting, because you see the children get so much out of it.
I've been a scout from when I was 10, and then I took over my own group. I've been Northern Ireland Commissioner for the Scout section, and then I took on Camp Chief 2 years ago to actually run this camp. I went to a World Jamboree in Sweden, and the experiences and the people and the friends that you meet will be with you for the rest of your life. I mean, you could go to Sweden now and you could ring up the people that you stayed with and they would open their door and you could stay with them for a weekend and they will feed you and you can sleep in their house and they will ask you never for money. You know, so there's just that friendship from all over the world, from all the different religions and stuff that's here. Everybody is so friendly.
Definitely come and join like guiding and scouting because you do so many good things and like there's so many opportunities in it for things to do.
I'd say definitely come because there's so many things you do and you meet so many people.
I just like spending time with my friends along here, but I also really like resting afterwards because it's a very tiring week. But I hate to go because it's so nice being away and trying new experiences like this.
Thank you very much. You know, you've hosted all of these people, but in particular we found as soon as they said, oh, you're Canadian, you know, there's been an extra little mile that's been gone just to make us all feel comfortable.
They've stood the test of time because of the bonds and friendships you make. You don't get into scouting and go up the roads to then drop it. It's one of these organisations that really guide you through life. You really stay connected to the people you've met and to your fellow scout leaders or fellow explorers or youth commissioners. It's a really tight bond and it's a lot of fun.